Who am I? An evil spirit, a monster, or a werewolf? I am a symbol of insatiable winter. My name translates to the evil that devours people. Hello, I am Wendigo, and I am considered the most bloodthirsty creature on our planet. Many think that I am just a legend, but no, here I am before you, ready to tell you my story. What I am may not please you. I feel no guilt or conscience. I am devoid of all emotions, left only with a monstrous hunger. My sole food is humans, and despite the emaciating hunger, it is impossible to satisfy it by killing and devouring. I constantly seek new victims, even when they are no longer among the living. I meticulously prepare for the long winter, stocking supplies in dark places like caves and abandoned mines. Stories about me began in the 15th century, portraying me as a werewolf or a devilish cannibal. There is truth in these tales. I usually attack at night, pursuing hunters and travelers in the forest. The height of my rage occurs during harsh, freezing winters. I am gigantic, about 30 meters tall, and I retain the ability to take a human form to lure my victims into traps and hide from human eyes waiting for them. I can also transform into a deer, making it easier to surprise people, especially hunters, as the cold sets in. During these transformations, my features change. I have burning red eyes, long yellowed fangs, and a very long tongue. My body is covered in dense fur, and I have a massive beastly head. Some say I have the head of a deer, while others say it's a wolf's head. But most often I appear as you see me now. If you hear my voice on the wind, calling you by name, it means I have chosen you as my next victim. The one who hears me will lose their sanity and run into the dark, snowy night, never to return. A syndrome named after me, the Wendigo, has been observed among various Indian tribes in North America and among Eskimos in Alaska. They tell that I am not just a cannibal, but the embodiment of the hunger that, with one touch or presence, can turn entire tribes of people into a horde of cannibals devouring each other. They are right. I am capable of such. My spirit inhabits people who once resorted to cannibalism, hence the strong connection with Indian tribes that faced hunger. You can still encounter me today. I dwell in the forests and mountains in the northern parts of America and Canada. Many associate the disappearance of hunters and ordinary people in these areas with me. You may not believe it, but even now people sacrifice animals and evildoers to satisfy my hunger. They try to appease me so that I do not enter their settlements. Foolish people think that my hunger can be satisfied. They do not realize how many people disappear in those places where I live. Where did I come from? How did I appear? I have thought about it a lot. There is an opinion that hundreds of years ago, I made a self-sacrifice when enemies pursued my native tribe, and our kind faced deadly danger. I, as a last resort, voluntarily agreed to a terrible sacrifice. I gave my soul to the forest spirits, and I was transformed into a terrifying monster. I helped my tribe to win, but after fulfilling my duty, I could not become human again. My sacrifice was accepted, and I forever went into the forest, where I finally transformed into what you see before you. Some want to become like me. Such people are rare, but they exist. After a week of hunger, people come to me in the forest. I easily find a volunteer with unbearable hunger. I transform them into a Wendigo, making them eat a part of their own body. After that, their body is covered in hair, horns, and claws grow back. Their eyes learn to see in the dark. A love for the cold awakens, and the feeling of hunger never disappears again. I have often been hunted, and they know that when I, the Wendigo, appear in their area, I pose an incredible threat. However, there is one secret I wanted to share with you at the end of my story. Beings like me are not alone. There are thousands of us. With you as the hungriest cannibal of the northern forests.